Hi, Lance Walker at Michael Johnson Performance. Today we're using the Zen Pro 5900 from PowerVibe to tweak or to improve motor patterning of some of the basic strength movements that we do on a day-to-day basis in our performance training floor. Brian's going to be my subject, and he's going to demonstrate one of the most common flaws we see with the step-up maneuver, and that's a lack of hip separation, more importantly, a lack of closed chain hip extension. And if you allow that to continue to happen as you load the step-up, it's going to decrease your stride length. It's also going to set you up for possible hamstring issues down the road. So what Brian's going to do is, first of all, demonstrate a good step-up for us. And we're going to do a low box here just so we can appreciate what's going on. And if you'll pay close attention to Brian's right thigh, what we want to see on the step-up is full extension in the closed chain through the right hip. And so you can see a full extension on the back side. The thigh is actually ranging back, and we're getting separation thigh to thigh. A very common finding that we see in youth athletes is a step and an incomplete extension on the back leg, and therefore a loss of this thigh-to-thigh hip separation. Back down again. And again, what this does is this creates a loss of hip separation, which can decrease stride length when we get back out into performance. And so what we want to do is utilize the vibe in a situation like this to tweak up or to trick up the nervous system to allow this athlete to experience better hip separation once we come back to the step-up with load. And so what we'd do is take Brian over to the PowerVibe. We'd run the vibe up to 30 hertz. Typically between 30 and 40 hertz works best for this single leg maneuver. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize a band as resistance and begin to pull him back into that compensation, which is a lack of hip extension. Now, in this case, Brian can use his left hand for balance initially. And what we're going to have him do is shift weight onto his right side and produce a step up now. And he has to fight not only against the vibration of the platform, which is going to trick up his nervous system, break down plateaus and poor movement patterns, but now he's also got to pull through the resistance of the band into his hip. His body has never experienced this type of training before, and so what we get is a new motor pattern or a refreshing motor pattern that the body will understand as being most efficient, cleaning up the hip extension on the right leg. Once we begin to see it clean up, we take resistance away, come off the vibe, and now go back to the step up again. And ultimately now we have a potentiated nervous system, and hopefully the body is going to express itself a little more efficiently into that hip separation pattern. Again, using the PowerVibe Zen Pro 5900 to improve your technique on hip extension on step-ups.